Well, good evening, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this August the 15th, 2025. I'm hoping everybody had a great Friday out there so far, but it's a great Friday evening. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well, and also enjoy the weather. Cut the only weather you got. Okay, in tonight's video, we're going to be taking a look at the lower 48 and also Hurricane Erin. Hurricane Erin located right here just northeast of the Leeward Island, getting a little bit of activity off of this system as it continues to push off toward the west. Puerto Rico, you may get in on some activity off of this system as well. It may brush portions of the Bahamas as it continues to push in that direction and then slowly start turning to the north. I would not be surprised it could brush the outer banks of North Carolina, maybe portions of the northeastern U.S., but right now most of the models keeping it pretty well between Bermuda here and the North Carolina Outer Banks are kind of right in the middle, but this is a pretty wide storm, so I would not be surprised to see some impacts along much of the East Coast with a lot of rip current risk, beach erosions, and also some high surf as well. You can see we got a little system here right off the southeast coast. The National Hurricane Center giving it about a 10% chance over the next two days and 7 days. We'll show you that at the end of the video in tonight's forecast video. You can see we got some activity down here across South America, also Central America as well, and also down in the portion of the Caribbean, portion of the Gulf. That system here that had a 40% chance of development, then moved into portion of Mexico and Texas, so development is not expected there, so we don't have to worry about that. Got some activity in the Eastern Pacific, more activity out west. You got showers and storms up here across Minnesota and Iowa, also Louisiana and Arkansas, back over towards Alabama and Georgia and the Carolinas, and also Florida region as well. Got another system here continue to push away towards just south of St. John's Island over the northern tropical Atlantic. Here's the big story here, Tropical Storm Erin. Let's take a look at the forecast cone from the National Hurricane Center. You can see at 5 p.m. this afternoon. Here's the center tropical storm force winds in yellow. The hurricane winds right behind the X there. You can see they already have tropical storm watches for the northern Leeward Islands. Would not be surprised to see that could be upgraded to a warning later on. Maybe even tropical storm warning. It could be for Puerto Rico, maybe even the Turks and Caicos Island, maybe portion of the Bahama region as well. Even Bermuda later on down the road. But at 5 p.m. it was located in their latitude 18.9 north, longitude 57.6 west. Maximum sustained winds are near 75 miles an hour with higher gusts. Movement is to the west-northwest at 17 miles an hour. Classified as a hurricane with winds of 74 to 110 miles per hour. Alright, here's the forecast cone. Like I say, remain just a strong hurricane through 2 p.m. Saturday, major hurricane 2 a.m. Sunday, and remain a major hurricane through 2 p.m. next Wednesday. So, alright, let's take a look at the forecast spaghetti-o models. You can see here it is right here. Continue to push off to the west. Pretty well compacted. It will take that north and then northeast turn. Here's the portion of the mid-Atlantic coast and outer banks of North Carolina. Here's Bermuda. We're going to go between it, but Bermuda will have impact. Also, the Atlantic coastal waters and the Atlantic coast will have impacts as well. Pretty much, like I say, high surf, beach erosion, and also some pretty tall waves coming in as well along the East Coast. Alright, now here's the intensity guidance of the system. Right now it has about 70 knot winds equal to 75 miles an hour. It's a hurricane, remains a category 4. Like I've been saying, it said it could reach category 4 status. The National Hurricane Center is going to go ahead and go with that for category 4, like the way I was thinking. And then it kind of drops off later on as it continues to kind of slowly weaken as it continues to push away from the area. But you can see it remains a powerful hurricane all the way through pretty much through 168 hours out. So alright, if you have not subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe. Also like these videos, share these videos, and let's continue to get the show on the road here, folks. Alright, you can see we got some flash flooding and heavy rain over portion of New Mexico, portion of Minnesota, Wisconsin, and also around the Chicago area as well. Some severe weather possible over South Dakota. Then we got shower activity in Washington, Oregon State, along the coastal area, a little bit of coastal California. Thunderstorms and shower from Northern California to Oregon to Idaho to Montana through Arizona, New Mexico, portion of Texas through the Dakotas, Minnesota, through Illinois, up here around Lake Huron, Lake Superior, to New York State, to the Carolina, Florida Keys, all the way back toward the northern Gulf as well. Otherwise, expect dry high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Saturday. Alright, here's your Sunday forecast. You can see we got some heavy rain flash flooding over South Dakota, Minnesota, and Wisconsin. Shower activity over here in portion of western and northwestern Washington State, a little bit in California. Then we got thunderstorms and shower from Northern California to Oregon to South and North Dakota, through Colorado, New Mexico to Texas, through Iowa, all the way through Michigan, up here around Lake Superior, over here to Ohio, all the way up into Maine, Connecticut, Rhode Island, down toward DC, West Virginia, eastern Texas, all the way to southern South Carolina to the Florida coast. And there's Hurricane Erin coming in on the picture here, just east of the Bahamas and southeast of there as well. Otherwise, expect dry high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Sunday. Alright, let's go on to the current watch and warning advisory map for your location across the nation. Okay, we still got heat advisory down here for Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, portion of western Tennessee, much of Arkansas, portion of Texas, Oklahoma, over here in areas of Nebraska, Kansas, South Dakota, also southern areas of Minnesota, Iowa, Illinois, Missouri, you're included. Severe thunderstorm watches and warning portion of Iowa, also northern Illinois, also in the portion of Minnesota and Wisconsin. Special weather statements over here in portions of Colorado, Wyoming, and Idaho. Got some air quality alerts there in Colorado. Some flood watches in effect for one county in New Mexico, northern areas of Arizona, a couple counties. Then we got some more up here in Oregon, Idaho. Got some red flag warnings in Montana and Idaho, and also some hydro issues over portion of Washington State. Alright, got some special marine warning along the South Carolina coast. Got some river flood warnings there in North and South Carolina. Special marine warnings right along the Big Bend area of Florida. Small craft advisories along the southeast Texas coast from California up to Washington State. Hawaii and Chain Island look good. Northeast Alaska and southern Alaska looks good as well. Just some small craft advisories there as well. Alright. Okay. Let's move on to the severe weather outlook. And it looks like this. Slight risk to cross portions of South Dakota from Rapid City to Pierre to Aberdeen, then from Glasgow to Indianapolis, over to Detroit, Green Bay, Milwaukee, Chicago, LaCroix, marginal risk, general thunderstorm from Watertown to Tampa to Brownsville, Corpus Christi, all the way up to areas of El Paso, over towards Great Falls, and over towards Redding, California. Tornado probability looks like this. 2% over in South Dakota. Damaging winds from 5% to 15%. South Dakota 15%, 5% from Montana over to Michigan and portion of Indiana. And large hail pretty much location from Indiana to Montana, 15% over South Dakota. Alright, move on to day number 3. Alright, marginal risk from Glasgow to Fort Wayne, Indiana. In between there, Sioux Falls, LaCroix, Minneapolis, Pierre, Rapid City. General thunderstorm from Maine to Columbia to Miami to Houston to El Paso to Boise and Reddings, and also Elko region and Salt Lake City. Probability should be around 5%. There we go. Alright, here's a look at the tropics. Alright, here's Hurricane Erin right here. Here's that system I showed y'all on the satellite imagery off the North Carolina coast. This system here looks to drift to the southeast. Broad area low pressure located offshore the North Carolina coast is producing disorganized shower and thunderstorm. Some slight development is possible over the weekend while this low drifts slowly towards the southeast over warmer waters of the Gulf Stream, remaining offshore. By Monday, environmental conditions are expected to to become unfavorable for further development. Right now it has about 10% over the next 2 days and also next 7 days. So, alright, well, everybody enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribe if you have not. Like the video, share the video. We'll catch you back in the next one. So have a wonderful Friday evening, folks. Take care and also enjoy the weather, because the only weather you got.